So today we are going to learn the reading comprehension strategies. There are number of ways by which we can able to eliminate the wrong options and we can get a maximum marks in our reading section of our SAT examination. For this we have to learn a lot of grammar rules and some strategies so that we can avoid a lot of mistakes that we are doing in our casual um, practice. So let's see what are the strategies that we can follow in our SAT reading examination so that we can get a good score for our dream college. So the first strategy is that resist the temptation to jump right into the reading the passage. Instead, glance through or survey the passage to identify the purpose and tone. This should take no more than a minute and a half. Read the blurb for context. The blurb is the title block of a small text above the passage. Actually, these lines are actually try to say that or convince to say that whenever we are doing any question, first we have to just read the questions and read the passage and try to find out or figure out what are the tone in which the given passages are given. Either it is written on positive tone, negative tone, or neutral tone. If we are able to find the tone, then we can go directly into the options and we can eliminate the options. If it is in positive tone, then there will be extreme positive word. If there is a negative tone, then there is an extreme negative word. By the help of this word, we can eliminate the wrong options and can get right options and just in a half minute. And the next thing is that next strategy is that underline circle keywords. Keywords are words or concept that are central to the claim that the author is making. When we are reading the passage, we have to find out on what topics or in what themes actually the passage is trying to say. First of all, we have to focus and underline this word because these words are the keyword that helps to find the answers for our questions. So let's see what are the keywords. Keywords is tone, attitude. That is the first one. Agreement or disagreement, words showing the time, examples or illustration or proper nouns. When there is a tone, attitude, there is a keywords like encouragingly, interesting, drastic. These are the extreme words. Actually, we are able to find or distinguish the tone by the help of the extreme words. Either it is used for the positive tone or negative tone. Whenever there is a neutral tone, at that time there is no any extreme word. The passage is generally in simple word. There is no use of sounds like words that is encouragingly, interesting, drastic. These are the extreme words. So whenever we circle these keywords, we are able to find out or figure out what are the in which tone, attitude the given passages are trying to say, or agreement or disagreement. There is a but and however, therefore. These are the things we have to find out where it is used. But is used for contraction and used for to joining. However, is also used uh, for the further. So these are the things we have to find the meaning of these words and where it has been used. If there is use of contrasting word, we have to use but instead of and however. If there is used to joining the words, then we have to use and instead of but. So by the help of by reading the passage, we are have to figure out in either we have to use here contrasting word or explanation words or examples words. By the help of these things, we are able to find out the correct options and the words showing time. Now, current, old, recent, earlier. These are the words we show the time. Whenever the question is basically asked about timing, or we can eliminate. Actually, there is a now. The paragraph is saying about the now, current, or in this situation, or in the recent time. Then we have to eliminate the options which are talking about the future, which are talking about the past. So these are the keywords that helps to find out the question which related to basically the time phrases. Examples or illustration or proper nouns. Whenever there is examples, illustration or nouns, then we have to circle these words. These words are very important to find out the correct options. Now we are going to learn in deep about tone, elimination and word matching. Whenever we are have a deep concept about these things, we can get or we can avoid a lot of mistakes in our SAT examination in the reading passage or although in the writing passage. So the tone could be positive, negative or neutral. I have already told that about it. There is tone which means positive, tone, negative tone, or neutral tone. Whenever there is an extreme positive word, that means that the given paragraphs are in positive tone. If there is an extreme negative word, then we can say that these paragraphs or this passage basically talk about the negative tone. Whenever there is a neutral, there is no any extreme words, and there is only a simple words or just a paragraph, then we can say that the given paragraph is in the neutral tone. Extreme or middle of the path. Extreme or middle of the path, positive tone, but with a few reservation limitations. Certainly 100% example will, is, versus, maybe, example may, could, might, can. Actually, these are the words which has been recently used in the paragraphs. Avoid extreme or harsh answer choices unless the given answer is equally harsh. If the question is not asking about the extreme word or the tone, then at that time we have to about the extreme word. Whenever actually, if there is an extreme word like all, many, much, I am telling you that about the extreme words. So let's see what are the extreme words which are basically usually used. That is the all, always, never, none, most, often, only, no one, everyone. These are the extreme words. If the question is not asking about the tone and attitude, at that time we can avoid the extreme word. If there is any words present in any options of the answer, then we can eliminate whole options by the help of these words. So we don't have to do any question. If there is any wrong words in any sentence of the any options, then we can eliminate whole sentence, whole answer. So these are the tricks that we have to remind, or that we have to keep in our mind, so that we have to save our time and do correct answers. Now see, elimination based on wrong location, wrong tone, wrong time. I have told that if you stuck between two answer choices, do not look for the correct one. Instead, scan both choices looking for any one word that can definitely be eliminated, and obviously the remaining answer choice is correct. If there is a two, if we have in dilemma in between two questions, two answers choices, that which one is right, at that time we have to eliminate which one is wrong option. To find the wrong options, we have to just know about what is the wrong word that is in the given answer. If there is any single word which is not fit for the answer, then we can eliminate whole answers by the help of the single word. And the next note is that for any answer choice to be the correct, all words in that answer choice should be correct, but for it to be wrong, only one word of that choice needs to be wrong. Hence, elimination is your best tool. I have already told that is the same things. It is the same things that I have told now. So now we go for the word matching. Choose an answer choice that matches the words given in the specified location in the passage as closely as possible. Sometimes exact words are repeated, and occasionally synonyms are used. Whenever there is actually in paragraph there is another word, but in the answer choices there is another word. At that time we have to find out which is the closest meaning to the words which are very closest and just similar to the words which are used in the paragraph. We have to go for the most similar words, and we have also to find out and to figure out which is the best suitable for the situation based also, because we can use like just we are talking about the boys, we use handsome. We can also use beautiful for the boys, but it is better to use handsome for the boys and beautiful for the girls. So if there is two options in which beautiful and girls, and the question is just asking about the boys, at that we have to be correct option is handsome. But whenever there is a question is asking about the girls, and there is in the option choices there is a handsome and beautiful, at that time we have to use the beautiful. So we have to keep in our mind which one is the correct and just fit to the according to the question. We have to also think about it. Now let's see the types of question which is asked in the SAT examination. Single location based question. Most question in RC in reading sections are location based. This requires you to go back to the location, read it maybe even a sentence before and after, and then answer the given questions. So how can we find the location based question, and how can we get correct options? How to find the location? Either line number is given, or you will have to pick a specific word from the question and find where it is mentioned in the RC. This means that the location may be identified by highlighting or scanning the passage for a particular keyword given in the question. Actually, when we are going to find out the questions that related to the location based, then we have to find out the particular keyword where that keyword is basically located, and we just have to read two lines before and two lines after from that keyword. While reading the sentences before and after from the keywords, we are able to find out the correct options. So these are also the one of the basic strategy that we follow on the SAT examination. If an answer choice is in the wrong location, it can be easily eliminated. For instance, if the question says lines 17 to 20 and you notice that two choices say arboreal snakes, which were not even mentioned till the line 35, then we can easily eliminate those two answer choices because they are in the wrong location. Actually, this strategy is basically located by the location based. So whenever suppose there is a question which is asking about the answer of these questions, either located in 17 to 20, 20 to 30, 25, 30 to 34, 35 to 36. At that time, if we find out these keywords in the line 35, then we can eliminate without seeing the options like 7 to 22. We can eliminate these wrong options and we just have to select the right one. Now we are going for word matching. These questions are the most popular. Once you find the location and read what is given, choose an answer choice that matches the words given in the specified location as closely as possible. Sometimes exact words are repeated and occasionally synonyms are used. Actually, I have been already told that whenever there is a question which is related to the synonyms or that is related to the words that are similar or synonyms, at that time we have to find out the closest meaning of the words. So, inference question. This typical wording would be implies, infers, suggests, hints, supports, emphasizes, underscores. Once you find the location and read what is given, if the answer would require you to use a bit of thinking. The answer is not explicitly given or obvious. These are normally tricky questions. Actually, at that time there is a in the passage we have given the words implies, but in the question in the answer this is infers. So we have to just know about the just closest meaning of the given question. We have also remember synonyms. Actually, whenever we have a strong vocabulary, then we can get a good score in SAT examination, because vocabulary play a vital role for our SAT examination or examination like such as GRE, GMAT, IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, because we need a lot of vocabulary and we have to write a lot in different words in different scenario. At that time we have to remember different words and a lot of words so that we can able to build a good vocabulary and good control in English language, because without knowing the good vocabulary we are not able to speak or we are not able to explain any scenario. So we have to remember a lot of vocabulary and we have to practice a lot, because when we use small things for a big time, then the graph will be exponentially. So I suggest you that you have to remember like 10 words 10 words or 15 words daily, so that your vocabulary will be amazing in between 2 months or 3 months. So the next strategy is the paired location based questions. This will involve a set of two consecutive questions, P and Q. The first P would be your normal questions, where the second Q would have the wording. Which choice provides the best evidence for the answer to the previous questions? Actually, there is an example of these strategies and that we have learned before. There is examples which will be in the available in the next video. So when I will do the next video, I will give how to do. Just we are going to do the question practice. So in the next video we will do the practice of the given strategy, and we use this strategy while doing this passage. So you can just note Emily Ants, that is the adapted from Emily Ants Franklin, that is the passage that is accepted from the Emily Ants. So we will do in the next class this passage.